Alright, so, Randolph Carter, right, and the fucking ghoul brigade are trying to get past these gugs with the vertical mouths and the crazy-ass hair and their giantness into the city of the gugs, go up, be in the enchanted forest. And he's trying to get past the guard, but luckily, the guard gets attacked by some fucking ghasts, which are basically just evil, necromantic kangaroos. They're fucking that dude up, and they're worried that the gugs are gonna make a whole bunch of sound, but the gugs only communicate with facial expressions, which I don't know how you do with vertical mouths and like whatnot, but whatever. Anyway, they get out of there, they sneak through this big-ass city, they go up this tower, they got these huge-ass steps, because it's designed for huge-ass gugs with their vertical mouths. I can't get over the vertical mouths. What the fuck is it like? Their mouths are vertical. What? But anyway, they go up and they go to the top of the tower, and they're up at the top of the tower, right? And on the way they gotta kill another one of those fucking ghasts. They beat it to death with a tombstone, which is rad. And then they get up to the top, and there's this trap door, and they're like pushing on it, it's super heavy. And there's a fucking gug coming, so they gotta like prop it open with the tombstone, jump through, get up there, and they close it behind them, and the gugs aren't allowed to come up there because of some curse or something. And the ghouls are like, "Fuck, man, how are we gonna get back down? That's the only way we know how to get back to Ghoul Town." And Carter's like, well, I mean, you guys could just go to the waking world and then like go back through. And the ghouls are like, nah, dude, then we'd have to go past those fucking priests you talked to before. Hate priests. And Carter's like, all right, well, the only other option is you go to this place called Sarkomand, which like I'm not entirely sure where it is, but I mean, here it goes into the underworld. And the ghouls are like, man, well, I mean, I guess we can do that. We have no idea where it is. And Carter's like, well, maybe you could try Dilathleen. I hear that's a sketchy city full of a sketchy city full of sketchy shit. And the ghouls are like, all right, well, we'll try it. So they start heading that way. And then Carter is heading the opposite direction through the woods. And he hears the Zoogs talking to each other again, like talking in the trees, and they're like, man, we need to go fuck up some fucking cats, because those cats ate our motherfucking dude back in that city in the Ulthar when fucking Carter was there and whatever. And Carter's like, fuck that, I like cats. So he goes to the edge of the city and he's like, yo, cats, all of you, right here, right now. And the cats are like, what's up, man? And Carter's like, dude, we gotta take out these Zoogs before they take you out, because they're gonna do some surprise attacks and shit. So the cats all go in there, they like surround the Zoogs, and the Zoogs are like, alright dude, what do you want? And the cats are like, just give us a whole bunch of fucking fried chicken and some of your sons so we can hold them hostage, and everything will be cool. And the Zoogs are like, oh man, fine, whatever, man, whatever. Fuck this. Fuck this. But so they give them the hostages and whatever, and the cats are like, now, thanks Carter, nice work. Here's some cat passwords and an escort out of the forest, and you go have a good time. And so Carter goes, and he has a good time. He goes to this fucking crazy-ass city with all these spires and temple carved out of jade and whatnot, and singing priests, and there's all these asides and whatnot and things. And in order to get into the city, he has to tell them all these crazy-ass dreams he has to prove that he's a super legit dreamer. But he gets in there, and he goes and sees the high priest, and he's like, yo, high priest, should I go check out Kadath? And the high priest is like, no, why would you do that? Are you some kind of double idiot? Like double idiot, triple idiot, quadruple idiot? How many times does the idiot combo meter rack up before it explodes into nonsense? And Carter is like, I don't know, man, but I intend to max that shit out. I'm going to Kadath. And the priest is like, why'd you even ask me? And Carter's like, I don't know, man. Whatever. I was hoping that, like, one person would be in favor of this stupid quest. But anyway, then he goes and he, like, hits up the cat who's living in the square. There's, like, this head cat in the city, and the cat is, like, sleeping, and he gives him the password, and the cat's like, oh, what up? Let me tell you some shit. Like, no cats ever want to go to the place that you're trying to go, which is called, Inquinoc, right? Where the dude with the gods dudes live. Nobody wants to go. No cats want to go there because it's, like, in the shadow of this other place called Leng, which nobody likes at all. And also, is near some, like, desert wasteland, and probably Kadath is over there. I don't know, man. Whatever. And also, you got this old pal Karanis who lives around here who's like a fucking king and shit who you should go hit up. And Carter's like, yeah, I'll do that. So he goes and hits up his pal Karanis. Karanis is king of 2 different places. He's also the only person to successfully cross, like, outer space into other worlds in the dream world and not go insane. And but what's he doing now? He's fucking living in a replica British castle in replica Cornwall that he made, trying to teach dream people to speak fucking with Cornish accents. That's what he's doing. So Carter shows up at his place and he's like, yo man, what's up? And Karanis is like, man, not much, just trying to recapture my childhood, because I used to live in the real world, but then I died, and I'm king of all this shit, but this is really all I want to do for some reason, because I'm a fucking idiot. But anyway, what's up with you? And Carter's like, trying to find Kadath. And Karanis is like, what the fuck's wrong with you, man? Why would you try to find Kadath? Like, the fucking, I've seen, like, shit. I've seen some shit. I saw a purple cloud of gas that told me not to do that shit. Just like, don't fuck around. Purple gas was like, don't fuck around. Don't fuck around. Don't fuck around. 3 times, don't fuck around combo. 4 times. Whatever. Just don't do it. And Carter's like, nah, man. Gonna do it. And Karanis is like, why? For some fucking pretty ass city? Look, I'm king of 2 fucking pretty ass cities. And you don't, like, just don't do it. And Carter's like, gonna do it. And Karanis is like, whatever, man. You have a good time. And Carter's like, I'm gonna have a good time. So then he goes and he gets on a boat to this place called Cellophase. And then he sees those dudes with the crazy god faces. And he also sees some sketchy ass merchant that he saw in Dilath Lean, which kind of freaks him out. But anyway, then he gets on a boat and he goes to in Gwinnett, whatever. He gets there and he's asking around. He's pretending to be like an onyx merchant and like trying to find the quarry that is up in the desert up there that he thinks is like right next to Kadath, because he heard Kadath is made out of onyx. But anyway, like he kind of asks around about it. He sees some temples and shit. There's so many fucking temples. There's so many just adjectives duct taped to every orifice of this fucking story. Like, it's impossible to fit in your mouth, which is what I do with books. But anyway, yeah, he gets through all the dense forest of adjectives and adverbs, and he gets this yak, right? And he goes up to go to this quarry, and so he's like going up the hill, going up this hill, and it's getting steeper and steeper, and like thinner and thinner, and he like is yanking the yak up the hill. By the way, something that I noticed is there are no chicks in this whole story. Like, I'm on page 85, no chicks, none. And like, it's just a huge fucking sausage party up in here. I mean, there's not even any statues with tits. All the cats are men. Like, who is I mean, like, no wonder he's trying to find a fucking Sun City. Like, there's a fucking sausage party. But anyway, you know, he's yanking on this yak, and he gets the yak up to the top of the hill, and it starts slanting down, and there's this huge pit to his side, and then the yak starts running. He's like, come the fuck back here, yak, you got all my shit, yak. And he's running after the yak, and then something's running after him, and he's like, oh fuck, I'm running after something, and I'm running away from this other thing, and he runs out into the middle of the desert, and he sees the rock quarry that's been carved into all these crazy-ass statues looking down at him, and then all these fucking half-horse, fucking squidbirds that he calls like hippocephalopods come running down on all over on him, like, and then so does that sketchy ass merchant, and the merchant's like, hey man, you need to get up on one of these fucking syphilitic things and get on the back and fly with me to Leng. So they go to Leng, and like, you knew they were going to go to Leng because everybody's been talking about Leng for the past like 80 million pages. But so they go to Leng, and they're going over there, and there's all these fires and dudes dancing outside of their stone houses, and guess what? These are the same wide-mouthed motherfuckers from the goddamn moon. Yeah, that's where the moon frogs get their slaves, right here in fucking Leng. Yeah, but I mean, I don't see why it's so damn evil here. All they're doing is like fucking dancing around, fires. I mean, dancing's not bad, but I guess H.P. Lovecraft hates dancing, so whatever. They go to the monastery, they go into this monastery through all these labyrinths and bas-reliefs that are evil and whatever, and they go in and they see this like fat-ass priest sitting on a throne with a mask of yellow silk. You've heard a lot about him at this point, but that's all you've heard about him, so you're really not missing much. But anyway, the merchant starts talking to him with sign language, and the priest starts talking back with shitty flute music, and Carter eventually is just like, fuck this! Fucking kicks the merchant into a bottomless pit, grabs his lantern, runs into the labyrinth, gets lost, falls down a pit, ends up in fucking Sarkomand! Yeah! Right next to the gate to the underworld. What? Yeah, so he's down there, right, and he hears some shit going on, and he sees those 3 ghouls from earlier being tortured by fucking moon people. Like, they made it all the way here, so they are freaking legit, right? Fucking legit. For what? Yeah. So, and he's like, shit, I can't take on all these moon people. I gotta go into the underworld, get some ghouls, come back, and fucking take this shit out. And the rest is a story for another time.